Tell me when you're starting and I'll not look at you. You started, didn't you? Okay. Is there anything else good? Hi, I'm Alexis. I'm a person, and this is my space. I have this ridiculous candle, the 7 African Powers. When the hurricane hit, we really didn't think it was going to be a big deal, and then it suddenly became apparent that it was kind of a big deal. So we went to the grocery store to try and buy candles in case we lost power, and all that was left were rejected religious candles, such as the 7 African Powers. I got this award. I'm an NYU tour guide, and they have a big end of the year dinner, and they say goodbye to the seniors and give out superlatives. Someone wrote this in as a write-in. They announced it in front of the entire room, and I was nominated as most likely to not read my email and then ask basic questions. Be proud of me, Mom. I do what I do, and I do it well. Please cut that out. That's so embarrassing.
I'm not cutting that out.
I don't eat meat, and I think I'm malnourished because of it. I definitely don't get enough protein. I told my doctor that, ran some blood tests. Deficient in vitamin D. Oh no. So I bought the vitamins, but I just don't take them. This is alarming. They're covered in dust and apparently all stuck together, which is disgusting. Here's an MTA map I don't use. I was gonna make a map wall. I just gave up because they didn't line up perfectly, they were all the wrong sizes. Best friend from home, Maddie, found the Wienermobile the second time. We found the Wienermobile twice in a week, and it was so exciting. And I don't even remember that girl's name. That's probably horrible. My sister found it at this really rednecky town in Arizona, so she bought it for me because I am really liberal. So we left. This wall has a lot of photos on it. When I first moved in, it was the first thing I did. I wanted it to be my room. I like it. It's got a lot of good memories on it. The nightlife in Budapest is the coolest. This bar is called Instant. There's all these bars that looks like you just invaded somebody's living room and then just fucked it up, and they're called ruin bars. Cafe Savoy was a bar we went to in Vienna. It was me, 2 other girls, and my friend Nick. It was across the street from our hostel. We didn't realize until we'd been there for about 15 minutes that it was a gay bar, and it was all 50-year-old gay dudes, and then just the 3 of us. For some reason, there's a bunch of good Mexican places in Prague. This cotton cabinet thing is from a cat museum that we went to in Amsterdam. We thought it was going to be an actual museum, but it was really just someone's house that they had put cat pictures all over and then charged people money to go into. So weird. It was so uncomfortable. Right above that is a picture of 2 bunnies making a heart with their little bunny bodies. I stole that from one of my favorite bars in Prague. It was called The Big Lebowski. It was a Big Lebowski themed bar that was pay what you want, and they had White Russians by the picture. This one is in the metro in Prague. It was the first picture on the disposable, and I just needed to make sure it worked, and I was like, everyone look like you're having a good time, and someone took that. And when I got them developed, I was like, when were we laughing so hard? We weren't. I loved Prague. I got very nostalgically attached to it. Well, you know this already, so now I feel weird. So I'm telling you, I love the Wienermobile. I don't eat Oscar Mayer wieners. I just think that it's an amazing thing that exists in the world. And I stole the mustached monkey because I think mustaches are good things. This is Rock and Roll Santa. I feel actually really guilty about this. I stole him. It was not even Christmas time anymore. I think it was oh, you know what, that's wrong. It was mid-December. He was on display as someone's Christmas decoration, and I took him after a show at Muchmore's and took a bunch of pictures he was Flat Stanley. Rock and Roll Santa on the L train. Rock and Roll Santa gets dollar pizza on 2nd Avenue. Rock and Roll Santa goes to a house party. I've actually been back to that bar and seen the house and felt so guilty and thought about returning it, but I think it would be super weird at this point to just receive your Santa Claus back. And I've also grown kind of attached to him. He holds my hats. A really cheesy Rasta hat. I've tried to wear it since, but it feels like cultural appropriation, so I just don't. I also look like an idiot. I'm gonna be so embarrassed later. Don't use this, but I love Snoop Lion. This is a map of Prague. I loved Prague. I don't know, I spent 4 months there, and it was so much fun, and I made some really good friends there, and I just grew to love the city a lot. When I was making my map wall and got too anal to put the rest of the maps up, I left Prague. I lived exactly on Francoska and Makova right here. I don't know, it's just fun to remember. So this is my space. When you told me about this project, I was kind of excited about it. I felt kind of funny when you asked me to do it because, I don't know, especially my room is really, it's curated, but it's not the same way my social media would be or something else because it's for me. So it's a lot of pictures and memories and things I think fondly of that wouldn't really make sense to most people. You're why the hell do you have some random ass rabbits on your wall? But it's a funny memory to me of a fun place with people I care about a lot. So it was I don't know, it's interesting because I feel like people still see it, so I still want it to look nice. I like cleaned before you came over, if you can believe that. It's more like MySpace than Facebook. Oh my god! Don't use that. You're still filming? Okay, should I try again? Thanks for looking at my room. Sorry.